work hand in hand without resulting in poor service. You must have some crystal clear and easy to follow bullet points or mission statements that will help any business come up with those guidelines for those employees and allow them the freedom to handle those customers on a case-by-case basis. But also it leaves them priority solutions and go-to fixes for those common problems. Always asking that customer, how was your service today? At the end of the experience will fix many issues that customer may have while they were with you during the service. Now, many people don't ask that question because they know the answer and don't want to deal with them then. But it is a must to ensure that every customer is going away happy from your business. Number 11, the ability to handle surprises. Sometimes in the customer service world, you're going to be thrown a curveball. Maybe you have a problem you encountered which isn't specifically covered in those company guidelines, or maybe the customer isn't reacting how you thought they would. Again, whatever the case is, it's best to be able to think on your feet. But it's even better to create those guidelines for yourself and your employees in these sort of situations. Let's say, for instance, you want to come up with a quick system for when you come across a customer who has a product or a service problem that you've never seen before. A couple of questions I ask to make sure that we're able to handle those surprises. Who? So, one thing you can decide right off the bat is who you should consider the go-to person when you don't know what to do. The CEO might be able to help you, but again, you can't go to them every single question you may have. Define a logical chain for yourself and your people to use. Then you won't be left wondering who you should forward the problem to. What? When the problem is noticeably out of your league, what are you going to send to the people above? Are you going to send the full conversation, just the important parts, or maybe some highlights, an example of a similar invoice? Maybe you have a small, easy form that you make your folks fill out and send to that person that's going to handle those surprises. How? Well, when it comes to getting someone else involved, how are you going to contact them? For instance, sometimes a small dilemma may be able to be handled by a telephone call. Bigger problems may be handled by an email, and that helps keep the inbox clutter down on your emails. But you've got to come up with a guideline on how you're going to handle that surprise. And if you have those customer service reps, again, that aren't always able to keep that coolness in times of panic or pressure times, as we spoke before, you got to give them a way out. The name, the telephone number, and your email address on a small sign in your office can give you the ability to handle any surprises that may come your way. Number 12, persuasion skills. Now, a lot of people didn't see this one coming, but the experienced customer service person know that oftentimes you will get a message in your inbox that the customer is more curious about what your company's product is rather than having problems with it. Especially true if your email is on site, on your web page. So to truly take your customer service skill to the next level, you're going to need to have some master of persuasion so you can convince those interested customers that your product is right for them. Now, it's not always making a sales pitch, but it's about not letting potential customers slip away because you couldn't create a compelling message that your company's product or service is worth purchasing. If you're not confident about your product or service, what makes you think that your customer should be? Number 13, tenacity. or what I call going the extra mile. Call it what you will, but a great work ethic and a willingness to do what needs to be done and not taking shortcuts is a key skill when providing that kind of service that people talk about. The many memorable customer service stories out there, many of which have a huge impact on the business, were created by a single employee who refused just to do that, quote, status quo when it came to helping out one of their customers. Remembering that your customers are people too, and knowing that putting in the extra effort will come back to you tenfold should be your driving motivation to never cheat your customer with lazy service. Number 14, the ability to close. And let's be clear, this has nothing to do with closing sales at all. Being able to close with the customer means being able to end the conversation with a confirmed satisfaction. And with that being said, the customer's feeling that everything has been taken care of or will be at the end of the service. Getting booted after a customer service call or before all their problems have been addressed is the last thing that a customer wants. So be sure to take the time to confirm with the customer that each and every issue that had been on their deck has been entirely resolved. In retail sales, again, always asking the customer how your service was for you today at the end of their experience will fix many issues that may have occurred without your customers letting you know during the service. But again, we understand people don't ask this question because they know the answer and they don't want to deal with it then. Your willingness to do this shows the customer three very important things. One, that you care about getting it right. Two, that you're willing to keep going until you get it right or fix it for their next service. And three, that the customer is the one who determines what right is. And when you get a customer to say, yes, I am satisfied or I am all set, then you know you gave that great customer service experience. Number 15, the willingness to learn. If you truly took time today to listen to my podcast, you've likely already had this skill. Nice job. Now, this is probably the most general skill on the list, but it's still necessary. Those who don't seek to improve what they do, whether it's building the product, marketing the business, or helping each and every customer, you'll get left behind with the people willing to invest in their skills and to get better. Share the goods in customer service experience with your entire team. Praise those who got it right the first time. And then again, review the opportunities to get better on those experiences that just weren't right. And share those with your entire team as well to ensure they don't make the same mistakes as the other one did. Now, new types of complaints, those are okay. Now, those show a company's growing and they can learn from those experiences, and it makes you a stronger business as you grow. However, those repeat type of complaints show definitely we're not listening to the customer and we're not trying to correct these repeat complaints, that we continue to allow them to happen without a clear concern or care to give that direction to your team. The willingness to learn starts from the top down and must be preached every step of the way. And there you have it. The 15 customer service skills that every employee needs. Remember, without these, you run the risk of finding your business in an embarrassing customer service train wreck, or you'll simply lose those customers as your service continues to let people down. Take these 15 customer service skills and make sure everybody has them in your business. Thanks, and have a great day.